Hello, welcome. I'm LR Reactor, and thank you for watching this episode of Ready to React. And we're going to be reacting to the Star Wars movie that just came out last night, Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Last night was the Thursday opening, soft opening, so to speak, even though the theater was packed. But today, Friday, is the official opening where a lot more people are going to see the movie. Um, I basically wanted to do a video on this, a review, and this is going to be a spoiler video. So there are some things I'm going to say that's going to relate to the movie as far as some plot points. And so if you haven't seen the movie yet, please don't watch this video just yet. Wait till you see it and then watch it, because I really, really want to know your opinion out there. If you saw what I saw, if you felt what I felt, and obviously reading some of the message boards last night and some of the comments. Some people did feel the way I did, and a lot of people didn't, and that's fine. Film is subjective, and we're all going to feel different things. We're all going to expect different things out of a movie, out of a character, out of a plot, and that's understandable. But I want to say, before I get into the Star Wars Last Jedi review, I just have a little something to say about Star Wars themselves that has always been on my mind. I've watched, in the background, and haven't said much about comments I've seen out there. But let me say this: I've watched Star Wars for many years, all the way back to the '70s when the first one came out. I'm a lot older than I probably look, but and I've heard and watched many people, many famous YouTubers out there that we all watch. You know who they are, whether they're with a company or on their own. I've watched those personalities, which I enjoy watching, always would tell us the prequels were garbage. The prequels were terrible, and and unwatchable. I've always thought that thinking was totally overblown and was unwarranted in many ways, and was the in vogue thing to say. No one would really disagree with each other on these shows and on these individuals, which is fine. If that's what they felt, that's what they felt. I totally get that. There's things that I like that people do like, and I get that. But I always felt, when I heard the word unwatchable, horrible, that was overblown. Okay, there's nothing, no Star Wars movie is totally horrible, but I understand some people may feel that way. That's fine. Yes, the prequels have some problems. I didn't like the Jar Jar Binks role, character. I mean, I know he was in there for toys, didn't work out. Metachlorian's idea, they kind of got away from there. That created Darth Vader. I'd much rather he had some lineage or a father of some kind. But that's fine. Everything doesn't work. But that didn't ruin the movie for me whatsoever. Some people just think it does. But overall, the prequels were satisfying. They gave me more of a younger Yoda, of a Jedi Council that I never seen before. Young Obi-Wan, under his Qui-Gon Jinn, he was a Padawan. Seeing how Anakin became a Jedi and then became Darth Vader, and to see that classic fight that they all, that we never seen in the first Star Wars until we saw, Darth Vader and Obi-Wan as older men fighting. We didn't see how, they started off, how did Darth Vader become Darth Vader, all those things. That was satisfying in the prequels, to see all those storylines and lay some things out. So I never thought they were terrible at all. I thought they were okay, and some of them really good. Revenge of the Sith I thought was pretty good. So, I just wanted to say that first of all. I always felt that people who criticized the prequels were just off a little bit, saying, "Oh, it wasn't Star Wars." George Lucas wrote the prequels. This is his story. I never felt anybody had a right to say, "Oh, this was terrible." That's his story, his imagination. He created all this. So how can anything he created be so bad? His storyline. That's what his story called for. That's what he wanted to be. But I think that's why he didn't direct anymore, because he was just, I think, just kind of put off by the negativity of the prequels, which I think was unwarranted. Yeah, there were some problems, but this is George Lucas' vision, his creation, and his story to tell. Pretty much, So that was one thing I wanted to say about the prequel. I just wanted to get that out there, that the overbearing feel of them. Now, going to Last Jedi, I would tell you, in my opinion, and you have your opinion, of course, the prequels are better than The Last Jedi. They were more of a Star Wars story to me than The Last Jedi. And I know that's not may not be the popular thing to say and things of that nature, but I have my reasons for it, and I'm going to explain that to you today. And I definitely want to get your opinion. And again, there is no right or wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm not necessarily right. You're not wrong. You're not necessarily right. It's just your opinion of what you got out of the movie, and my opinion of what I got out of the movie. And and I'm going to give you the reasons why, of course. And of course, feel free to drop your comments on the comment section below of why you think it was good, or if you agree with me and some other plot points or things that you also didn't like that I may have not mentioned. We're all fans here, and we're here to communicate. And Star Wars is so passionate for us all, a cult following, and we all want it to be great. And sometimes it's not the case. And to me, especially this time with the last Star Wars: The Last Jedi. So basically, I would say this movie and other movies is a good reason why you should never listen to critics before you see a movie. I mean, it's okay. I mean, we want you to watch our shows and our opinions and everything. We try to guide you on what we think, but it is a perfect example of why I tell people you can listen to critics, you can get reviews, but go see the movie for yourself, because you may feel differently than that critic does. You may like it more, you may like it less. And that's a key point that I always tell people. Make sure that is what that you see this movie and you think that what it is the same thing that someone else is saying. If they say it's good, you feel it's good. If they say it's bad, you feel it's bad. Or maybe you have a totally different opinion of what you think of the movie. Now, before we go on, I'm just going to get into, again, this is a spoilers review. I want to get into it pretty much. So if you haven't seen the movie, do not watch any further, because now I'm going to get into the Star Wars movie. And all the Star Wars fanboys, and I'm one of them online, okay? I'm one of them as well, will tell you the movie was great, and they loved it so much, which they may have. It's their opinion. It's not wrong at all. Nothing wrong with somebody saying they love it or they don't like it. But as far as this Star Wars fanboy goes, I thought The Last Jedi was very disappointing, and the story left me empty. Now, again, this is my opinion only, so you may feel different, but to me, there are things that left me empty. But first, let's go over the things I like. So here are the things I liked about Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Okay, sorry about that. Hello, technical difficulty with the camera, but I'm back now. So, as I was saying, here are the things I liked about Star Wars: The Last Jedi. The visuals of the movie was great. Great visuals. It took us to different places. Color palette was fantastic. That was really good. I really liked that with the visuals. Seeing this guy, and I mentioned in my last video that this guy was going to show up as a Force Ghost. I knew he was. So I was happy to see. It was great to see Yoda again on the big screen, just like it was in Rogue One, seeing Anakin, Darth Vader once again performing on the big screen. That was fantastic. So seeing the Force Ghost Yoda was great. Seeing the Star Wars movie again was just fantastic, and the feeling you get when you're going to see a Star Wars movie. You're sitting in the theaters, the anticipation is high, people are all around you, crowded, fans like themselves, and then it starts. You see that big dun 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 Star Wars sign comes up in the crawl, and you're in just total awe of remembering all the movies you liked and how it felt, and the feeling you get when you watch Star Wars movies. So that was great to see that again. We didn't get that from Rogue One, of course, but that was a Star Wars story, so it was a different theme to it. But it was great to see that. I love seeing that in front of every Star Wars movie. And then seeing Carrie Fisher on screen for the last time, obviously, and it's unfortunate, but it's the last time we're going to see Carrie Fisher, but not the last time we're going to see Princess Leia. And if you've seen the movie, she lives on. She survives. that's great. I'm glad there's some people thought they were going to kill off the character. I'm glad they're keeping her on and to go with hopefully a little bit, uh, younger actress, not too much younger, of course. Leia's older, but where maybe they take Leia's storyline and, take her in different directions where far she knows certain things, which in the movie, obviously, she must know something about the Force because we'll get into her in a minute. But yeah, that was, good to see her on the screen for the last time. And this is amazing, but that's it. Um, that was the main things I really liked about it. That's amazing to say that right now. I mean, it really is. I'm kind of caught off with words here because I can't believe that's all I really liked about the movie. I mean, really liked stuff. And so now we're going to go into the bad, the things I didn't like. And I typically try to do a top 5 on things in movies, top 5 things I liked, top 5 things I didn't like. I didn't have 5 things I liked. I have 4 things I liked. But I definitely have 5 things I did not like with the movie, which did not work for me, and maybe some of you as well, and maybe some of you had a problem with just a couple of these things, or you had a problem with all of them, like I'm going to mention right now. So let's get into that pretty much. So first thing, the storyline. It was I guess it's a full circle redemption storyline for Luke. I get that, so that did not go over my head. I got that. He had lost himself. He had felt he failed his sister with her son, failed his family, failed the world, and failed the Jedi Order by creating another Sith or having one of his students turn to the dark side. I didn't like the story at all and the way they portrayed Luke. Okay. This is the Luke Skywalker, and I always like to use my props. But this is the Luke Skywalker I remember seeing many years ago, Return of the Jedi. And I understand many years have gone by. He's done training, he has failures, and he's a different person. But I'm sorry. This Luke Skywalker I saw on that film was a hermit Luke Skywalker, so to speak. It's almost like, the 2 things I would say about the new Star Wars franchise is The Force Awakens, which I liked a lot, took a lot of elements from New Hope. And this one took a lot of elements from The Empire Strikes Back. Especially with the guerrilla walkers and stuff, attacking the base that was similar to the ice base. The story were, they had elements of the older story, which I didn't like. I'm like, come on, let's get some new ideas here. And I don't know if you saw that as well, as far as they mimicked them a little bit. Both of these movies mimicked New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. But anyway, getting back to Luke, he no longer cares about the fight anymore. He's resigned himself from everybody. And if he did, why would he leave? If he wanted to be left alone, why would he even give the map to R2D2? Why would R2D2 or a BB-8 even have the map at all to where he was? He would have told no one and just left. But he no longer cares about the fight. A fight that he was a huge part of them winning, fighting the dark side back, fighting the Empire. All of a sudden, he just gives up on it. He doesn't care. We never got, and this is similar to what I would say some of my complaints with Justice League was. We never got Darkseid. We never got Superman in the black suit. Big plot points they missed. And in this movie, we never got Luke fighting. Luke in that classic fight scene. And don't tell me, oh, he's too old, because we saw during Revenge of the Sith, Palpatine was still fighting. Him and Yoda, older they were, still showing us we got satisfaction there. We always want to see Yoda fight in the Emperor fight. We got that. You telling me that Luke goes out with a Force hologram projection? That's how we went in. Luke does a couple of moves, but there's no battle? I mean, come on. I want to see Luke Skywalker, Jedi Master of Masters, So powerful in the Force. I understand he's so powerful he can project a hologram, a Force hologram across the galaxy or across planets. That's fine. I get that. He's very mentally strong. But give me Luke fighting. I wanted to see the ending like the last bit I saw Star Wars in Rogue One. I saw Vader one more time. Show me how powerful he was. Show me how powerful Luke was. I haven't seen Luke take on a bunch of people since, again, Return of the Jedi in the Jabba scene in the desert, where he just taking on people. This was an opportunity to show me how bad Luke is and why he wasn't the one to play with. Kylo Ren shouldn't even be able to hang with him. And I thought, Luke never got that opportunity. It would have been great to see Luke take on, somehow, I don't know, they changed the plot where Luke was somehow got on the Snoke ship and Luke had to take on those 7 Imperial guards, who we'll get into later. Maybe they're Jedis, and have them take them out. Something. But I thought that what they did with that Force hologram, giving me Luke there, having him duck under blade, it just wasn't great at all. And then having him, first when I saw him, I'm like, oh wow, Luke came back, he's ready to fight. And to see all those guerrilla walkers and every ship firing down Luke, and I'm thinking, oh my God, here come Luke walking out of it. He used the Force to block all of that, or his lightsaber. And that's what I felt like. Now they're showing me how powerful he is. Wow. He's so powerful he can take direct shots and just block them off. No, it was a hologram. A hologram. And I felt cheated. I felt cheated on that part. It's like, come on, man. I'm like, okay. And I was upset about that. But I'm like, all right, fine. Okay, fine. I'll deal with it. Okay, because maybe we're going to see Luke in episode 9. And he's back with us now. And we'll really see him then. Okay, fine. I'm okay with it. But then they do what I consider one of the weakest deaths I've seen in the Star Wars movie. He uses all his energy apparently and projects himself in a Force hologram to help them get away. And then he dies of exhaustion, or he dies of just, I fulfilled myself, I want to go away. They didn't explain to us, was he ill, was he old, or how old was he, or anything. He died that way on a rock, on a planet, isolation by himself. Come on, man. You got to give me more than that. He is deserving more of that. This is Luke Skywalker. Okay? He is deserving of a better ending and death of that. If you want to die, have him die in a lightsaber battle against Snoke or something like that, or Kylo Ren, but not this way. Come on. I was so upset with that. That is not the way you end that kind of Jedi's battle. That life, anyway. Give me something. And I thought they failed on that. And I don't see how anybody who has watched Luke do the movie could feel differently. But people do feel differently, and they're not wrong. They're not wrong, and you're not wrong if you feel differently and you like that. And I'm just telling you, from me, from my understanding of the character, from what I want to see, that's what Star Wars is, and that's what I wanted to see. Not that ending like that. So Hermit Luke was a problem for me. And I see, and there was reports out that Mark Hamill did not agree with the writing of Luke by Rian Johnson, and then he came on board. But I see why he didn't. If you read that script saying this is not Luke, you see why he had that conflict in him, that he really wasn't on board at first, and he was exactly right, because that is not the way Luke should have went out and how he should have acted. I understand he blamed himself, but it's time to get back into it and don't go out that way. But so that's Luke, the one thing I had a problem with. Second issue, Grand Supreme Emperor Snoke. Are you kidding me? What the hell was that? We barely know Snoke. He comes in the Force Awakens, some mysterious guy who is taking the control of the Empire. Force hologram in the Star Wars. At the Force Awakens, at the end, he says, "Bring Kylo Ren to me for his training." Well, apparently he never finished his training, because I didn't see any difference between Kylo Ren or anything like that. Snoke was just pinning him down left and right. and that's fine. But Snoke, we got nothing. And then he dies. And dies in a way that's like, yeah, it was cool, but okay, so let's get to Snoke. Let me explain. Okay. So first of all, they never explained anything about Snoke. Where did he come from? Where has he been? Who the hell is he? Why the hell is his face jacked up? What happened to him? Can you give me some dialogue, some backstory at all? And if you're not gonna give it to me in this movie, then don't kill him off. Give it to me in the next movie. But all that was left unopened. And I'm not talking about the bookheads out there who read the books, every single book made, and are saying, well, you don't understand. No, I don't. I'm watching a movie. And I want to see how they're explaining Snoke. Okay? And they didn't give me any of that. All I see is this guy up there. Don't know how he became who he was, where he came from. Obviously, Snoke is older. So where the hell have you been when Palpatine was around, when the Clone Wars? Where are you? Who are you? Where have you been? How are you able to claim control the Empire? Tell me something. Why does Snoke care? Why does he want to rule? I mean, I know nothing about him. And then you're telling me Snoke obviously is very powerful. Powerful. He showed us that in a couple of scenes. He's able to not only read Kylo Ren's mind and other Jedi's mind, but able to manipulate their thoughts to think that they're in control and talking to each other and planning stuff, and he knows all about it. So he's very mental powers, very strong, and everything else. But he's so strong that he can't sense Kylo Ren moving the lightsaber to him and turning it on. Hell, why didn't Luke just use that idea in Return of the Jedi? Instead of fighting Vader, the Emperor had Luke Skywalker's lightsaber right there. Luke, just use the Force, turn it on and kill the Emperor, just like that. No, because the Emperor would have sensed it and would have stopped it. Just like Snoke, who appears to be stronger than the Emperor as far as understanding mental powers of the Force or read people's minds. Oh, I have no idea. Let me just continue talking to Rey and holding her there, and Kylo's just moving his hair. I can sense his thought. I know what he's doing, but I can't sense that he's turning the lightsaber to the side of me. Bam. It was cool, Andy, but it's like, wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Give me a break. You're saying he's all powerful, and he's gone just like that. Gone. Snoke. And some people think he's still around. Some people think that Snoke is still around and he's not dead. Maybe he is. Maybe there's a twist. Okay? Maybe he is. But give me a freaking break. Are you kidding me? Okay? I mean, we barely knew him, and Snoke is gone and dead. We know nothing about the man at all. No backstory for the general people or from people like myself who follow Star Wars. I thought that death was so unbecoming. We never got a chance to know anything about him, how he rose to power, how he became who he was, how did he find Kylo Ren. Tell me something. So that's Snoke. That's number 2. Number 3, Leia, Princess Leia, General Leia. Well, I guess she has Force powers, which it would have been nice if somebody had said something. Oh, Leia's been trained. Or Leia has certain powers of the Force. Nothing. They gave us nothing in Star Wars Force Awakens that she had any powers at all. Besides being able to mentally contact with Luke every now and then. They gave us nothing at all. And this hologram, obviously, of Luke kisses her on the forehead, acting like he's touching her. Total, waste of time. Total misconnection there. I mean, I guess they were trying to sell a part that the part that this hologram was real when it wasn't. So I don't know how that even went down. But they never. I mean, I guess she has Star-Lord powers, just like Star Wars and Guardian of the Galaxy, without in space, and he's able to survive in space and come back. So we see Leia gets blown up. The cockpit gets blown up. She's floating out into space. Okay, so she's not killed from the explosion. She's not killed from the vacuum of space, not being able to breathe. And then all of a sudden, she's floating out there. There's no glow or anything, and she wakes up and she's guiding herself back to the ship. Okay, look, I don't have a problem with Force powers doing that. But you never said she had them. You never said she even had any training. I'm like, what is this? We've always seen Leia never show any Force powers. And they only explain in The Force Awakens or Luke that she has some training, that she can control the Force too in a different way. I don't know. Come on. And why was, it just made, I didn't get that, you know? And obviously, she's the one that survived out of all this. And they're going to, and I'm happy that they're not killing her off. They're going to recast the role, obviously, because she's still around. So that's fine. No problem there. I think the character still should go on, and it's unfortunate what happened to Carrie Fisher. But give me something with Leia. Now maybe they're going to explain in the next movie that Leia was trained by Luke. She doesn't use Force powers, and she's going to finish Rey's training because Rey's not trained yet. Okay, and I don't know who the hell is going to train her now, but she's not trained yet. Okay, the 3 little lessons that Luke, if you want to call them lessons, because I don't think they were even lessons. What lessons did he really give her on the island, for goodness sakes? Besides, this is how you ignore people. That's the one lesson he did give her. Let me show you how to ignore people who come across the galaxy to find you, to help you fight and help them win a war that your sister's in and could die in, and you're saying, I don't care. But anyway. So, that was another problem. Leia. I just... I don't know. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, look, again, I'm not wrong. I'm not right. You're not wrong. You're not right. This is my opinion of what I came out of it. And tell me if you feel that way. I'm sorry. I had a problem with the Leia character. Like, I don't have a problem. We know she's Force sensitive. We know she's the daughter of Darth Vader. She's very powerful. But can somebody say she's had some training or something? Just not out of the blue and then flowing back, doing stuff I've never seen any Jedi do before, ever. Anyway. Okay, number four. That damn casino planet subplot. That scene. You talk about bringing the movie. I mean, that scene took me out of the movie. Brought me completely down. It meant nothing. You go to this casino planet looking for a code breaker. Okay, first of all, don't even get me started. You're going to get a code breaker to break onto Snoke's ship. Probably the most secure ship in the fleet. And, we know a code breaker that's going to be on this casino planet. If you go to the casino planet, obviously Finn does parks anywhere. Look, we don't want to be detectives. I'm looking to park right here on the beach. Come on. Obviously, anybody can come to this planet, apparently, because you were able to get through security and get right into it. So why can't you just park where you normally park a ship at? What's the problem? Anyway, so they're inside this casino planet. We just see random characters, nobody of any consequence whatsoever. I thought it was totally stupid. Brought me out of the movie altogether. Wasted scene. Then we see these horses, or these things that look like horses, racing, and these little kids controlling them and everything. And I'm like, okay, what does this mean? I mean, it held no purpose whatsoever. Unlike, Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, at least the pod racing meant something. Showing you Anakin being having Force powers, being able to control the pod racing, and why that's so important, what it meant to win that race for them to get the parts for the ship. The horses meant nothing at all. Then they're arrested. Finn and got her name, the other Asian character, I forgot her name. But anyway, they get arrested. They're in jail. Okay. And all of a sudden, there's this mysterious guy played by Benicio del Toro sitting in there. Oh, I can get you out. So you just been waiting for us to get here, huh? So you can tell us you can get us out. You can break the code. You don't even know what code we're asking you to break. The Imperial ship. Oh, I can do it. Who the hell was he? I don't even remember his name. Anybody remember his name? But all of a sudden, I can get you out. And all of a sudden, I have a way to get out of this cell. Well, why didn't you use it before? If you had a way to get out of the cell. You're waiting till we get here. Now you're going to use this thing to get out of the cell. Then you get us out. All of a sudden, you commandeer a ship somehow. Just Apparently, you can't park your ship anywhere on that planet without being detected, but you sure can steal one without being detected. Steal the ship, and then, oh yeah, I can break into this. I can break into this planet, no problem. Who is this guy? He wasn't even the main code breaker. Obviously, he was number 2 because the main one was playing roulette or whatever. But we trust you. The fate of the galaxy is on our hands. We trust you. Take him out, and then he turns on them, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I made a deal." No, you made a deal after you got caught, and he said, "I'll give up this information." That's not the Empire. Are you kidding me? You do that. You're part of that crew. If that was Darth Vader who found all 3 of them, he's not going to pull one aside and say, "Hey, listen, tell us what happened, and I'll pay you a lot of money and let you get away." Darth Vader would have choked him out right then and said, "You're part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor." That's what he would have said. And done. Done, baby. You're done. This guy's like, "Oh, well, we got caught, so I'm not a part of... it's a mercenary, and yeah, I sold you guys off. Sorry, see you around." That whole scene was just so stupid. And the whole plan to think they were going to get on... How did they think they were going to get on Snoke's ship? I guess the security is pretty lax, where you're going to sneak up and get on that ship. A lot of... That whole scene, the whole casino scene was a waste. I understand they wanted to show us that, hey, here's some young kids, and these young kids, anybody can be a Jedi. Anybody can be Force sensitive. I get it. The whole Rey story where her parents were nobody. Okay, she just got Force power. Fine, they want to do that. That's fine. These people randomly get Force powers. Okay. Well, then you might well bring back the midichlorian idea if that's the way you're going to do it. That, hey, she has more midichlorians because there's no lineage of her parents that we know of. And I thought that was pretty shitty anyway. The parents are just going to drop them off and sell them for booze or whatever. I mean, I expect a little more than that. They could have attached her to somebody, but they didn't. I mean, a missed opportunity, but they didn't want to do that. They wanted to break from the Skywalker lineage. Well, not too much because Ben Solo's still around, and so is Leia. So the casino planet exploitation was a total waste of time. Didn't need to be in the movie. I mean, the movie is supposed to be 3 hours long. They cut out 30 minutes of it. Should have cut out another 15 with that whole casino planet. All right, and number 5. Number 5, one of the reasons things I did not like about the movie was the cheap and unnecessary props and characters that were either kept alive just to keep alive, keep it around just to keep around, or just added to sell toys. So let's go to porgs. The porgs was cool. I like the porgs. Cute little things. I have no problem with that. You have that in every Star Wars. Okay? But they're not the Ewoks. They have no storyline. The Ewoks at least had a storyline of how they helped everybody take down the Emperor. They played their role. The porgs are just there for just to be cute and sell toys. We know that. So we're going to make little toys and porgs, and that's fine. And then you show this scene with Chewbacca, which I was like, wait a minute. So he's there, hungry, and he's getting ready to eat apparently a porg, barbecue porg. And one of them looks at him like, crying. Well, it's too late now. Chewbacca's already killed, skinned, seasoned, and barbecued this one of your family members. So why, Chewbacca, go ahead and finish it off. Now you're just wasting food. You've already fried them up, killed them, so go ahead and finish it. I mean, that was... I'm like, come on. I mean, give me a break. So the porgs, they're fine, cute. I have no problem with it, but they was kind of... I knew what they were in this movie for. Sell toys, a prop. Okay. Some of the crystal foxes that were on this salt planet. Okay, whatever. I understand them. They serve no purpose but to show, hey, there's a way out of the tunnel. Okay, I could done without them. Again, another probably toy to sell kids, the crystal foxes. And the planet had no significance at all. I thought maybe the red clay dust underneath the salt was going to play some kind of pivotal role in the battle where they're going to use it to cause a smoke screen so the fighters, these old ancient fighters, could actually compete against the new technology of the Force of the Empire, the First Order. And that was no point. The red thing was just there to be there. I mean, I didn't understand that at all. That whole red dust thing was the purpose of it all. It didn't serve any purpose, at all. And I understand that those are just prop points, those animals and things like that. That's fine whatsoever. In that Luke scene where Luke is, fishing. I mean, first of all, I understand he abandoned the Force. I get it. Somewhat he did. But really, you got to fish? Luke could use the Force and just take the fish out. He didn't go through all this elaborate fishing skills. And then the milk, whatever kind of alien animal that was, and drink, that was disgusting. Why do we even need that scene? I mean, okay. Now, here's some characters that were in the movie that clearly need to be taken out of the movie. And some of my favorite characters. But they serve no plot point anymore, and just keeping them around to keep them around. And they should have killed them off in The Force Awakens, or they should have killed them off in this movie. So first of all, C-3PO and R2-D2. They have no purpose anymore, guys. Okay? Disney Studio, you're just trying to sell more toys. I get it. But they should have been killed off or destroyed already. And some kind of noble ending or force, or some kind of force killing or something like that, or noble. I mean, they should have been killed off. Maybe R2-D2 saving BB-8 somehow, and he gets destroyed because he had no point in this movie. He had no plot point. He was there. Luke talked to him for a minute. It was good to see them talk together again. But it's not like he was holding Luke's green lightsaber again. Which by the way, I understand the blue lightsaber. I wanted the green one personally, but. So R2-D2 really served no purpose in this, but he's just there. C-3PO served no purpose, but he's just there. Little couple of lines. I thought that it's time to move on from them. If you're going to move in a different direction, move on from them too. Kill them off together. They should have went with Luke or somehow. Something like that. And then the third one, which I love, but Chewbacca, it's time for Chewbacca to go. He should have went with Han. They're a package deal. Chewbacca's not the same without Han. He's not. And he's just there flying the ship. I mean, I don't think Chewbacca serves a purpose anymore. But they're going to keep those characters around, obviously, which I don't understand. Go ahead. If you're going to move away from the Star Wars walkers and everything, then go ahead and finish those guys off. They've been around for a long time. They're great characters. But go ahead and kill them off already. Or give them a noble ending. Or have Chewbacca, it's amazing how Chewbacca, who apparently is still in the fight, still want to help, but Luke doesn't. And Luke's family is more part of this storyline than anything. But Luke has pushed himself away. But Chewbacca's still there, still trying to help, still trying to fight. When he has no reason to be around. Han is dead. His main partner, who's been on so many adventures with, you think Chewbacca would say, I've had enough. I'm just going back to my planet. I'm done. But he's still there fighting, but we can't get Luke to muster up any energy to help. Even when he's told by Rey that his sister could die. She needs him. Oh, well, that's too bad. That's not Luke. Come on. Luke wanted to help Leia when he didn't know it. That was his sister. He wanted to help her in Star Wars. New Hope. He wanted to protect her. So, Chewbacca, R2-D2, C-3PO, they should go. They should go now because they really serve no purpose. And tell me what you think in the comment section. Did you think they served really any purpose at all? I just don't. I don't think they did. Clearly, there are some scenes cut out of this movie as it jumped around a lot, and now it didn't flow really well. It jumped around from scene to scene, and I never noticed that in a Star Wars movie before, but this one I really noticed it. I don't know if you guys noticed it at all. Obviously, there's some things cut out. You could tell there's some scenes cut out, some extended stuff that should have been maybe on the casino planet, maybe on a Snoke's ship, whatever. There's a thing cut out, and it's all going in a new direction. Basically, the rebellion. I mean, seriously, I've never seen the rebellion reduced to one ship. There is no rebellion. You got one ship that converts itself into 4 or 5 transport ships, which then is reduced to 12 to 15 people on the Millennium Falcon. If that's your resistance, there is no resistance. And obviously, nobody gave a damn because they put a distress signal out to the Outer Rim or wherever the hell they were looking, and nobody said shit. Nobody was. They were like, "No, I don't want none. No, we're out, man. We're out. We ain't going against the First Order. They got too much power and shit. We're leaving it alone." Nobody came to. I thought maybe okay, Luke was stalling. It was stalling for them to get away. I thought maybe it was stalling for the cavalry to come or some other system to come. But if that's the resistance, there is no resistance. You got 15 people on a freaking ship, the Millennium Falcon. You got a half-trained Jedi who's not a Jedi, an older general, maybe 3 or 4 pilots. That's it. There is no resistance. I'm sorry, the war is pretty much over from what I saw. I don't think they could survive much longer. I mean, they had a hard enough time surviving with many ships they had to force an awaken and Empire Strikes Back and all that. But now you're down to this. Game over. The First Order has won, pretty much. But, and then are we done with Sith and Jedi, period? Now, of course, Luke said I'm not the last Jedi. Well, Rey's not a Jedi. And who's going to train her to be a Jedi? Unless they're going to say Leia understands the Force and has been trained and they kept it from us, what they should have told us. That's the only way. Kylo Ren, is he a Sith now, the Sith Emperor? Now does he have to find an apprentice? Because if they're following Sith lore, there are always 2, a master and apprentice. So we go the next movie, episode 9, going to jump into a couple of years, 3 or 4 years in the future, where Kylo's much older and he found an apprentice, maybe. And Rey, somehow she's been trained. I don't know. Are there even Siths and Jedi? Are they even going to call themselves Siths and Jedi? They're just, you're bad on this side and I'm on this side. We're not. There are no more Siths and Jedi. I don't know where they're going with that. It's hard to say. But I mean, just left open and everything, and I just didn't get the ending that I normally get with a Star Wars movie, and there's just too many questions left open. Maybe they'll revisit them in episode 9, but I was like I said, it wasn't a horrible movie. Out of 1 out of 5 stars, I'm gonna give it 2.5. This really ranks low in my Star Wars movies. It wasn't that horrible. There were some things I liked in it, but I was overall disappointed. I really was. And tell me your comments. Tell me, you can hit me up in Twitter, Facebook, and especially in the comment section below. Again, guys, if you liked the movie, I'm happy for you if you liked it. I wanted to like it more, and I didn't. And I'm just here expressing my opinion. Definitely want to hear your opinion at all. Now, again, there's no right or wrong. If you liked it, you're not wrong for liking it. If you didn't like it, you're not wrong for not liking it. People see things differently. And I'm just here expressing my opinion because the reviews I've been seeing have all been positive. I love this. It's great. And I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I saw the 5 issues, problems I laid out for you, plus many more that just didn't make sense. It was great. Some great scenes in there that I love seeing. The color was great, but the story was lacking. A lot of unanswered questions to a point where I've never seen a Star Wars movie answer so few questions about people like Snoke and Leia and the destruction of the Luke character, of what that man should have been given as a noble ending if you're going to finish him off or keep him around. But anyway, I'm LR Reactor. Thank you for watching this spoiler review of Star Wars The Last Jedi. Tell me what you think in the comment section. I appreciate you watching. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.